Scorpio Rising, welcome here to Soul Passages Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Georgia Dempsey, and I'm so glad you stopped by here for your April forecast. This is a big month for you, and my main message is change your thinking and change your life. It all starts, however, with Venus in Aries, who is going to sashay into your 5th or 6th house on April the 5th. Depending upon your date of birth. In the 5th, this could bring either an Aryan kind of man into your life or a sassy feminine presence. When I think of Aryan mates, I think of things like cowboys, flirty executives, firemen, ER nurses, police officers, rock climbers, wilderness guides, and maybe a hot yoga teacher. Venus in Aries has a rash, leap before you look quality to her, for she is meant to develop courage when it comes to matters of the heart. In the 5th house, this could also lend itself to you trying new and exciting techniques for creative self-expression. Aries has an adventurous, take charge spirit, and she loves to initiate new things. Exuberant play with your kids is also highlighted. Basically, your inner child wants to come out and play, and by getting in touch with that inner child, you can come up with fun ways of interacting with your own offspring. When Venus tours the 5th, you are meant to enjoy the pleasures of life with zest and to have fun. A 6th house Venus wants you to work on relationships with coworkers and to master your daily schedule while taking pleasure in whatever you do. Kudos or nice perks could come your way on the job if you've been accomplishing much. Health-wise, having Venus in the 6th house is a good sign. She will make you feel youthful and vibrant and on top of the world. So you might start an exercise program to get your heart jumping. On the flip side, she can also encourage you to indulge in too many sweets. So make sure that you harness her energy well. Mercury, the planet of communications, will enter Taurus on this same day. She'll either have you methodically planning out your health regime or daily tasks, or she could have you pampering a close mate. Think massage, foot rub, concert on the grass, a visit to an art museum, maybe a fine cafe, and you will have hit the bull's eye. Life is going to really start heating up on April 7th. For at that time, there's going to be a new supermoon in Aries, and she will be conjunct revolutionary Uranus. Sudden changes on the job are possible. New ideas, inventions, and technology could be introduced at your place of work, creating a steep learning curve as you master new skills. Taking care of your health could take on a whole new flavor as you boldly start trying new diets, fitness regimes, and mind, body, spirit practices. And with Uranus in the 6th house, you do want to take good care of your health because that planet can bring on sudden illnesses. Things like migraines, headaches, broken bones, possibly ruptures, or illnesses that somehow disrupt the electrical system of your body, like your bodily rhythms. And that's why things like Reiki, meditation, and mindful breathing can be so powerful in restoring balance when Uranus is shaking up your house of health. If it is your partnership sector, house 7, that is being impacted by this new moon, sudden ruptures can happen there as well. This can indicate either a new beginning or the closing of a door. Emotional attachments can sever, and feelings of alienation or isolation are possible fallouts. You might Also, boldly change relationship patterns for the better so that you can draw in that which you desire. Now, as if all of this weren't exciting enough, right? This maverick moon will also be reigniting the Pluto-Uranus square. For many of you, Pluto is lurking in your third house of communications, where he has been forcing you to look at your thought patterns and how you connect with others. Learning new things could also feel very compelling at this time. This is a great period in your life to enact the following saying: change your thinking and change your life. With the square to your 6th or 7th house under this new moon, you will be challenged to look at relationships differently or to take bold steps in revolutionizing your health care. The manner you communicate with those at work could also be challenged, and you could find yourself wanting to break old habits or patterns. Old, worn-out structures of your life could get swept away under this transit, allowing you to grow in new, unforeseen fashions. New ways of being are calling to you, and it will be very hard to resist the necessary changes. Doing so is not really in your best interest. Mars, the god of war and passion, will start his backwards march on April 17th, where he will be moving retrograde in either your 1st or 2nd house. There, he's going to encounter Saturn, the taskmaster of our lives, and Saturn is also moving backwards. So this action will leave you rethinking your value system. That's the 2nd house. You've been working hard lately at going after the things that are important to you. And within that action, hopefully you've been truthful to yourself regarding what is important. That's Saturn and Sagittarius. Expect to run into some delays, frustrations, and obstacles in April regarding getting what you want. And everybody is in stall mode right now. Your dreams can be fulfilled if you work hard at them, but that may not happen in April. If it is in your 1st house that this action is going down, this is going to affect yourself, your body, your outward expression. And because of that, it's a time for you to slow down. As you redefine yourself, you know what you want, but solid changes may not manifest at this time. In the meantime, quit pushing on a brick wall that won't budge. And even more importantly, don't internalize the anger and frustrations you feel building up, because doing so could impact your health. Relax, plan, and work at being patient with yourself and your partners, some of whom could be royally annoying you right now. Stall mode is only going to last so long, so patiently take steps to create the change you want to see without putting all of your eggs into an expectation basket. Now, Pluto will join the retrograde party on April 18th, where he will be dredging up issues in your 3rd or possibly 2nd house. That will leave you rethinking plans, examining your value system, and possibly dredging up issues with how you think about life. Anything he digs into is meant to be brought to the surface, to be examined in the light of day, and to be healed. And that is so that you can move forward in a positive direction. At times, he dredges up things we must relinquish for our own good. It is better to do this willingly than on our knees begging, which is sometimes what happens if we resist Pluto. If we can embrace change, it has the power to reinvigorate our lives. The Sun will enter Taurus on the 19th, where he will give you the steadfastness and bull-like persistence to accomplish your goals. This is a time to be practical, to set in motion the steps you need to make meaningful change in your life. A Taurian Sun likes to see tangible results for hard effort. He will also encourage you to take a nice, deep breath, Be calm and enjoy the rewards of all that you've been doing. Keep putting one hoof in front of the other and you'll accomplish great goals in time. A full Scorpio moon on the 22nd will bring an important matter to culmination, revealing where you stand. Expect emotions to rise high as the tide under the light of this silvery moon. Passion and intensity surround this supermoon, and she will be sitting right next to Juno at her time of fullness. Juno is a powerful female asteroid, and she rules over sexuality, marriage, and the social contracts of our lives. Like everyone else in the birth chart right now, she too is going backwards. So though she's normally very steadfast because she's the daughter of Saturn, when she's moving retrograde, she could cause us to re-examine the contracts we have with the others in our lives. If she's in the 12th house for you, maybe you've made a spiritual pact with yourself that you need to review. Or is it possible that someone who does not have your best interests at heart is trying to negate a contract you hold with them in tandem? A secret could be revealed, for example. In the first house, she will have you thinking a lot about what you owe yourself versus the important others in your life. In the second, your material and financial well-being may need to be looked at to ensure your security. Mercury, the trickster planet, who reminds me of Wile E. Coyote energy, will be going retrograde on the 28th, providing us all a period of time to rethink our relationship patterns and interactions at work. He is also there to enable you to tweak your new health plan. Under a Mercury retrograde period, it is also likely that you will question yourself regarding any changes you've recently made. The only thing I can advise you, and I do feel this to be true, is to simply follow your inner compass when making decisions. If you do that, the choices you make in April will come from a place of wisdom and inner knowing. How can you go wrong by listening to your own heart? Venus will join Mercury in Taurus on the 29th. No matter what challenges April has wrought, you are meant to enjoy the finer things of life by month's end. Get outside and enjoy the emerging spring. Nature can bring such peace into our lives if we only take a moment to enjoy her earthly treasures. If it is still bloody cold out where you are, and I know it is still here today, make some tea, put on some great music, stir up a pot of stew, and plan to share that with those closest to you. By now, the dust has likely settled in your life, and it's time to relax and enjoy. Remember, life is really a matter of perspective, Scorpio Rising, and if you change your thinking, you can also change your life. All right, that being said, I just want to offer up a huge thank you to the world. Thank you so much for all the calls you've made and requests for readings. I feel so blessed. I have seen women go down some really positive paths as a result of talking over their chart, so it's a great thing. Anyhow, out of good karma and an effort to build my business, I'm going to continue with my special, a $50 reading, 1 hour, and I'm going to do that till June 1. So if you're interested, my contact information is at the front of the video. Now, I'm going to throw in the caveat that I am absolutely about to make a big move across country, probably by the 3rd week of March. So if the next several weeks I'm a little bit hit or miss, it's because I'm moving to a spiritual place so I can get my toes into good, fertile soil. I'm undergoing the 2.0 Sag reversion process, and I'm doing it so I can work on the north node of my moon. So be patient. I will get back. If you have a slight delay while you try to reach me, feel free to check my YouTube channel. I got a cool video up on Ceres, a feminine asteroid who is a power kicker in our charts. She makes us want to connect to Mother Earth and think about gardening and think about mother-daughter relationships and things of that sort. I have another one that discusses the relationship that occurs when Ceres and Pluto start duking it out. All right, anyhow, I hope you guys have an absolutely blessed and wonderful April. Take care and namaste.